Free State, where the community of Ditaba under the Maluti-a-Phofung local municipality have endured years of unstable water supply. The municipality itself is said to have had a breakdown of service delivery, with calls for council to be dissolved. Newzroom Africa's Nqobile Madlala joins us live from there with those details. A very good morning once again to you, Nqobile. Are there any efforts that are being made by councillors on the ground in ensuring that there is stability in terms of the water supply?
Well, Katleho, with over 140 households estimated to have no water in this area or to be faced with this unstable water supply, you can imagine that it's going to be needed a little bit more efforts than what they have tried. We know that there are two municipalities at this point, two areas, villages at this point that have gotten some help. But that kind of help right now is that it's water tankers on the ground. And that's basically not enough, because we've heard even from the people that are here that they were telling us that those water tankers sometimes spend 2-3 days without coming in the area. And that in itself affects people that live within this area, which is why now they focused on using the borehole that was given to them by the gift of the givers. And I want to bring in the council, of course, to speak, the councillor in the area to speak to us. Well, councillor, various people have come here to get water. The question is, why don't they have water?
Okay, thanks. Yes, indeed. Most of the people in this area called Ward 19 in Maluti-a-Phofung, that include the following area: Ditaba, Kokolosing and Nqobile, and part of Winnipeg. We struggle a lot of water due to the burst pipe that we experienced many years. That is the biggest challenge that we had in this area. But as the municipality, we are on the right track to resolve that matter. As this year early, in February, we kickstarted a new project that it will resolve the problem of water in our area, that called the Ditaba pipeline. I must explain to the community that we receive water from the reservoir called Mangaung Reservoir that get water from Fikapatsu Dam. Most of the time when they pump us water to our area, we have age infrastructure pipeline that is almost every time anywhere when they pump water is burst. That is the basic and big challenge that we experience in this ward. That's where our challenge is started.
And why is it taking you so long? It's 15 years of unstable supply of water. In fact, in this community, there's no water at all. Why has it taken you so long to just fix a pipe?
No, thank you. Remember, every time when the pipe is burst, we fixed it. But after immediately we open, the water is burst again. But for implement the long-term plan, we need to firstly to make sure that the project is appear in our IDP as the municipality. Thereafter, we can request money from any department that assisting municipality. As I earlier, we have been doing that as the municipality. We have been requested money from the MIC, and MIC approved that our request. That's why I said the project is there. It is experiencing a simple challenge, but after our new come in, he resolved that the matter. Then the project early next month or early next year will kick in. Then we hope that mid-2025 we will be resolving the problem of water in this area.
Okay. What kind of pipe is this? And also I want to ask you this because we know that National has intervened a couple of times here. In the past, Deputy Minister Nhlapo, as well as Minister Sisulu at the time, came here to intervene within the municipality. Why was it not fixed then?
Yes, indeed, that is true. National Department has intervened. As I explained that, we need to make sure that we prioritize things according to our IDP. Those assistance from our minister, we have been receiving that attentions. But every time after we fix the problem, the pipe burst somewhere. That's why I indicated that the pipe that is aged every time when we pump water is busting. It's almost 16 kilometers. The old one, maybe we have been constructed almost 8 kilos. We left with 8 kilos. But it can't be correct that we leave that the old one. That's why today I explaining to the community that we have been introduced the new pipe that will resolve our problem for goat in this area.
What kind of pipe? What's the difference between a new pipe and the aged pipe?
Okay, the aged pipe is the asbestos. This one is the new of aluminium, the kind of one. Is not the PVC, but is this one of a kind new ready that we believe that it will take a long and years without any bust after we reconstructed it correctly.
All right. Thank you very much, Councillor, for speaking to us. Katlego, I think the aged infrastructure has become a huge issue in and around the country. And if you think about that Deputy Minister Mahlobo as well as Sitlulu were also saying the same thing about yesterday when they spoke about the importance of maintenance as they maintain the Highlands project at the moment, Lesotho Highlands project. They were saying that maintenance is very important. One of the major issues is that the old infrastructure was not maintained, one. Number two, another issue is that it's old and aged and there needs to be replaced in certain areas, and that's what they're doing with the Lesotho Highlands project. However, you find that in various areas you have this issue of old and aged infrastructure, and that's what we're finding in this area as well, as we are being told by the councillor that it will burst in certain areas. They're still using the old infrastructure, which is asbestos, and of course they'll have to upgrade in order to be able to attend to the issues that the community is talking about. But nonetheless, it still doesn't make sense why it would take 15 years to get to a point where you realize that the pipe needs to be upgraded so people can get water.
Well, it certainly is a bigger problem, Nqobile, with regards to where it all starts in the infrastructure and, of course, then councillors unable to ensure that services are delivered in the way that they should. Thank you so much for that update.